Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Sunday, June 2nd, first Live at the Roxy of June 2024. Happy Pride Month, my fave peeps out there. The she's, the theys, the gays, the L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, the Q's, the I's, the A's, the pluses. Hi, my friends. Happy to have you here. Listen, I got to be honest with you guys. I live in one of the best places for it to be Pride Month. LA is so fucking fun during Pride Month. This is like, it's just a cool place to be. West Hollywood is fucking bitching during this time. This is what I was thinking about today. So, both on Friday and Saturday night, I was in the West Hollywood area. Because fuck yeah, let's go Pride Month. For Friday night, I was there for Christian Harloff's going away show, which was right at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard, heart of WeHo. And for those of you guys who don't know, West Hollywood is the gay capital of LA. And then on Saturday, I went out in the area too. And this is what I was thinking about. So many things. Like, imagine seeing Pride, which if you're in this chat right now, you've probably seen some form of Pride, some parade, some you've been to some gay bar, you've something to do with seeing sunshine and rainbows in the streets. And imagine seeing that and shredding it and like being like, that's the problem with this world. like, like there's so many fucked up things in the world, and some people, like, their number one feel like their number one job on the planet is to tear down pride, like to tear down the gays. And it's like, so you saw the same shit I saw, right? Like, you see the people partying in the streets, just like with so much love in their hearts. You see the people like dancing with glitter and red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and like fun flags with pretty pastels and making out and causing no issues for anybody at all. There's never like, you don't hear about it like pride, like fucking fist fights or, unless people who are homophobic come through. Like, nothing at all, right? You only see sunshine and rainbows. And some people see that and they're like, get them. Fuck those people. It never ceases to amaze me, like how unbelievably great Pride is, because the people at Pride are just the best, and they're just celebrating their own existence and their homies' existence. And then some people are out here like, fuck this. And it's like, even if you're not, I'm going to call this queer or queer adjacent, like, even if you're not under the LGBTQIA plus umbrella and don't have like a bunch of friends who are, imagine looking at that, looking at Pride, looking at parades, looking at parties, and being like, down with that. No. Just incredible. Like, there has to be something so wrong with you inside that that's the thing that you can't stand. We're watching what's going on right now across the country and in the Supreme Court, and like our inability to leave women and queer people alone is just unbelievable. Like, we're like, it's almost worse than never having rights at all. We give people rights and then we're like, you see this right that we gave you? Let's take that away. Oh, you want it back? Oh, nope, can't have it. Like so fucking crazy. Just so crazy. So anyway, as you guys know, because you've been here for a long time, I stand with the she's the they, it's the gays, just with my whole chest. Not just because it's the right thing to do and I believe in the cause, um, but also because they're the most fun and I need the fun right now. And they're my people. So just so much love to Pride Month. I want to know how you guys are celebrating. What are you doing for Pride? Tell me. Tell me more. Tell me more. Let me know. Have you done anything so far? We're a couple days into the month. Anybody going to any parades? Anybody wearing anything cool? Anybody going out to any bars? Anybody posting anything cool on social? Anybody journaling some cool things? Like, what are you guys doing for Pride? Hell yeah, great month. This is another thing I was thinking, like, nobody, I don't really find, and maybe I'm completely wrong about this. You guys tell me what, like, what bad things in the world, really bad things that we find out end up being bad, are really celebrated. Like, you don't ever really find like forgive me, it's late, so I'm not gonna verbalize this perfect, but like, every time that an anti-abortion law gets passed, you don't really feel like there's a fun party for that, right? Like, when or when do you realize that if your side's not partying, probably you're on the evil side of history? Like, people who party are the ones celebrating, and the ones celebrating are the ones who are making progress, and the ones who are making progress are usually the ones on the right side of history. I just can't think of a time where you see people celebrating, like really celebrating all over the place, partying for like bad shit. And maybe they do. Like maybe the Proud Boys throw fucking ragers and I've just missed it because I'm on the right side of TikTok. I don't know. Maybe there are some bitchin' abortion parties where they take away women's rights and then they rage. Could be. I've never been invited to one myself. What I have been invited to is many a pride parties and proud of it, baby. Cause fuck yeah. Some cool things going on in June, including some good TV, some good movies. We're going to talk about it. Some things in my life. We're going to talk about some things in your life. We're going to talk about also like maybe go over some Gemini stuff. You guys know I don't really believe in this shit, but it comes up all the time and I am curious what Gemini month has in store for us. Plus a lot of you guys have birthdays and shit in this season. So anyway, streamlabs.com/Roxy Drivers fan funded show. I'm only here because you guys allow me to be here. So thank you to everybody who does show up to show out. Why do we the creators, ask for Streamlabs instead of Super Chat? Good question, y'all. As you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, Super Chat is through YouTube, YouTube through Google. Google be like, bitch, we take 50% of your money. Money, honey. Woo-wee. What would I prefer? Streamlabs, because those people don't be taking 50%. So send it in. Also, because we are celebrating Pride, what's your favorite gay pop culture stuff? Saw something very funny today that I had seen back in the day about this guy in a gay pretending to be a gay pride parade as a pigeon asking for bread. If you that doesn't sound funny, you didn't see his video. It was fucking hilarious. He's like, yeah, throw glitter, go ahead, but can I have some bread? People be creative as shit, man. That stuff made me laugh. I also saw somebody who posted something very funny that was like, if you believe that life starts at um heartbeat 10 weeks or whatever the fuck, then you believe that all men are transgender because they didn't have that other chromosome then, which I thought was funny. Just rambling about random pride shit that I've seen in the last 2 days that I thought was hilarious. What do you guys think? Let me know. I want to hear. I want to see. And Streamlabs in. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some of the stuff I want to talk about while the Streamlabs come rolling in. That's called manifesting, bitches. Manifesting your money, honey. Woo-wee. Including this super chat from Eric. Eric just heard me talk about how Streamlabs are better, but I appreciate the super chat, my dude. Where were you when 2024 Elm Street dropped? Hashtag Rockstar, hashtag Tarox. Yeah, listen. So for you guys who didn't know, I've been doing a lot of reactions for Real Rejects for the last year and a half. I'm obsessed with Real Rejects. It's like my home now with my homies. There a couple times a week, do a couple videos a week. Just loving it. It's causing me to watch movies that I don't know if I would have ever seen otherwise. And we just did an entire Nightmare on Elm Street reaction to the entire franchise. But when we got to Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Child, that's what it was supposed to be called. We clicked on the wrong movie. We clicked on Nightmare on Elm Street 2010, and we did not realize we watched the wrong movie until after the movie was done. And it was so fucking confusing, and we mixed everything up, and it was so stupid. But okay, a lot of people were like, "Rocks, didn't you realize that this movie didn't take place like the one you were watching didn't take place in the 1980s?" I didn't know Nightmare on Elm Street 5 took place in the 1980s. I didn't know when it came out. I was just confused about the whole fucking thing. It was really wild. I also, in case you're looking for more of my reactions, my reaction to Twilight just dropped, and that movie was so fucking good. I'm a Twilight stan now. And what was the thing that I just watched with Andrew that I really liked too? It wasn't Speed. Oh, Pacific Rim. That shit was great too. Okay, so that's it on Real Rejects for now. Although we can talk all about it whenever you guys want to talk about it. If you're looking for something to celebrate Pride Month from Real Rejects, because Tara and I are doing a Chucky watch along, we broke from our Chucky watch along to watch Bound because Jennifer Tilly, whoo, and a lot of Bound references. I'd never even heard of the movie Bound until we watched it. Who in the chat has ever seen the movie Bound? Who of you guys have ever seen the movie Bound? I never heard of this thing. I did not know Jennifer Tilly. I knew Gina Gershon. I watched this movie. The movie is fire, like sexy fire. But on top of being sexy fire, I am so in love with Jennifer Tilly, it hurts. Like, she is real life Betty Boop. She is this gen's Marilyn. That movie was so sexy. She is so they're both so sexy in it, but I have like a full-blown heart on for Jennifer Tilly. I love her. Why did nobody tell me about her before? I blame all of you guys. Bound is so great. None of you told me about it. Some of you guys in the chat saw it. Okay, let's see. Yeah. That movie is so hot. Jimmy, you're telling me. I was like, this is sexy fun. Why can't we all just have sexy fun all the time? It was just excellent. And feels like it should maybe it is more recognized. Maybe it was more recognized when it came out, but like I can't believe I never heard of this. What the fuck? Streamlabs.com/ProxyStryer. Who is going to be our first Streamlabser of June? And who's going to be our first Streamlabser of the show? We already know who our first super chatter was, and that is Eric with a CK. Eric with a CK. What I know you don't pick the spelling of your name. I know that's your parents, but where does the C and the K come from? Usually I see C or K or CH. But I don't know if I've ever seen Eric with CK. You just got to see K. Let us know. These are the real hard hitting questions. Okay, let's talk about some of the things in June. Y'all want to talk about some movies and TV? And then we can talk a little bit about you and then a little bit about me. 3 most anticipated movies in June for me: Bad Boys, Inside Out, and Quiet Place. Bad Boys, what they gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Will I see any of these in theaters? It's a great question. The only one I'm most excited for Inside Out 2. I'm really excited for Quiet Place. And Bad Boys just is good old fashioned fun. Depends on kind of which screenings I end up having to go to, what goes on with work, what I'm having to cover, what I'm going to wait to cover on Real Rejects. Like right now, I didn't see Furiosa for work, so I'm kind of trying to see if I can wait to see it until Real Rejects wants to cover it. But we shall see which of these I see. But I just don't think there's any world in which I don't see Inside Out in theaters, because Inside Out 1 is my favorite. I think that's true. I think it's my number one favorite Pixar movie. It's just so good. And Quiet Place, I'm obsessed with all of the Quiet Place movies. So I'm really curious about this one too. And Bad Boys, like I said, just good old fashioned fun. What movie are you most excited about to come out in June? Let me know. Streamlabs in, Super Chat in. Let's talk a little television. The Boys, the Boys, the Boys. That's my boy. I think that this is the best, consistently the best superhero show that we've had um in the last few years. Do you guys agree with that? I also loved Gen V. I thought that that was so good. The Boys is coming out June 13th, episode 1, 2, and 3, and then episode 4 on the 20th, 5, 27th, and then we take us into July, but we get 3 episodes on June 13th, which makes me very excited. Uh, I feel like this show can kind of do no wrong. That can't be true, but they just seem to, they don't miss for me. They really don't miss. I'm also excited for Acolyte. Why am I excited for Acolyte? Because everybody else is excited for Acolyte. I'm not even kidding. I'm such a sheep when it comes to Acolyte, like, and when it comes to Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars except for the fact that I've seen everything and I like the things I've seen. I also like Amanda Stenberg. And I think that this looks like a bunch of people in a cast that I recognize that I think could be really great and would be interested in seeing them in a Star Wars show. I mean, like, that's honestly my full extent of knowledge on this, but I'm, of course, going to watch it. Although, crazy enough, the one Star Wars show that I never watched, it's a live action show, it's the only Star Wars live action show I've never seen, is Ahsoka, which is weird because I love the character. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. House of the Dragon, of course, I'm excited for this. I loved House of the Dragon season 1. I didn't love the premiere episode. I remember we watched The World Girls, Doreen, Steph, and I, and it just was not for any of us, the premiere. And then I thought that the show was great. Um, so curious what happens here. I don't want to talk to Steph Sabra about it because I know she read ahead just to find out what ends up happening in this. So she has all the tea, and I don't want to know. So don't spoil shit for me. But looking forward to this greatly. And then let's get to the 2 shows that I am looking to forward to the most in June. Can you guys guess what the 2 shows I am looking forward to the most in June are? Do 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 do. Anybody who guesses both of them really knows me. I haven't seen anybody guess both. Guessing both. What are both? One of them's kind of a trick question. I'll give you guys that hint. Okay, so one of them, of course, is The Bear. You guys know I absolutely love this show. I was on the show before the fucking bandwagon. I've always been a huge fan of The Bear. I was a huge fan of Jeremy Allen White. I watched every episode of Shameless. I love, love, love The Bear. I've gotten so many people to watch this show that I feel like I deserve credit. That's the most entitled thing I've ever said. Let me have it. I love The Bear. Love it. Can't wait. Excited to see what they do. But what is my number one most anticipated show of June? I'll give you guys another hint. It's only going to be somewhere between 4 and 7 episodes. It's only going to be between 4 and 7 episodes. All in June, between 4 and 7 episodes. I'm being such a sneaky little bitch about this one right now. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. What movie and what TV show are you most excited for in June? What personal thing is going on in your life that you're most excited for June? School's out for summer. School's out forever. Wow, none of you guys have guessed. Even after I said between 4 and 7 episodes, what the show is going to be that I'm the most excited for? Obviously, it's the NBA Finals. Let's go C's. Take them in 4, all the way up to 7, whatever it takes, what it takes. Let's go Celtics. Okay, then Celtics. Let's go. That was it all. Check out. Now does it all make sense? Go Thieves, baby. Listen, I'm loving watching basketball. Always, I'm loving watching the Celtics. I think that it's gonna be so wild to watch Kyrie and the Celtics. It's just gonna be a fucking fun series, I think. But it's only fun if we win. So, yes, I'm really looking forward to that. Um, okay, and then also, of course, the second half of Bridgerton is dropping, which talk about sexy. Like we talked about Bound being sexy earlier, but a couple of shows ago, I told you guys after watching the first half of Bridgerton, it's like that show gets me hot and bothered in a good way, not bothered in a bad way. So good. So yeah, those are the movies and shows I'm looking forward to most. Let's take a little bit of a trip over to the Streamlabs. That's what's up, Mike Joyce being our first Streamlabber of the day. But he was the first, doesn't mean that you can't be the second, third, fourth, fifth, millionth. We don't know. Mike Joyce, big ups to you. He said, Tara mentioned that you two were reacting to the Chucky series. I don't know how. You can only watch two at a time. I'm halfway through season 2 and loving it so far. I spent the whole day binging it yesterday. Mike, before I give you detail on that, where did Tara mention that? I don't want to give anything away that I'm not allowed to. So tell me where she mentioned it and was she allowed to? So thank you for the question. And I have follow-up questions for you. Eric with the CK, he said, I found the Streamlabs you speak of, LOL. So Eric, I don't know. I'm Eric Latino from Central America. I kind of look like Greg, LOL, and kind of Moroccan. And to make it weirder, my last name is Raffles, not common in El Salvador. Um, Listen, Eric with the CK, that's cool. You're unique. I was with somebody from El Salvador today. Not what we were just talking about, but I was just talking about that today. Shout out to you, Erica CK. And shout out to you, Normac. Thank you for the super sticker. That's super awesome. Big ups to Eric, to Normac, and to Mike Joyce for being our Streamlabs and super chatters so far. You guys are the ones who keep this show going. This is an entirely fan funded show. I'm only here as long as you guys allow me to be. So keep up the Streamlabs and super chats as we talk about June. Thank you so much. So far we've mentioned Bad Boys 4, Inside Out 2, A Quiet Place 3. Wow, sequels on sequels on sequels, mofos. Is this A Quiet Place 3 or 4? How many Quiet Places have there been? The Boys, Acolyte, The Bear, The Celtics, Bridgerton. So I guess of all those things, the only one where it's its first season is Acolyte. And it's like, I don't want to say that that's not a sequel slash prequel or what the fuck ever, because of course it's part of a franchise. It's so crazy that of every single thing I named, they're all piling on top of each other. Okay, in the comment section, Real Reject Instagram Reel is where Tara mentioned it. Yeah. So far, I hope they don't mind that I'm saying this. So far, we've been cleared to watch season 1. And it depends on how many likes and comments and viewers that we get on those videos. So we're doing 2 episodes at a time for season 1. And if we get enough support and enough traction, then we'll be allowed to continue. But the problem is when we're doing a series like that, it takes up so much bandwidth. And then it takes us away from reacting to other movies and reacting with other reactors. So Tara and I really want to do it, but I understand why they're like, it has to be worth it. So we shall see if y'all like it and make it worth it. I'm just loving all the shit that I'm doing over there right now. Like, it is so fun. Greg actually, at this second, as we speak, he's just asked me if I would go into tape. I won't tell you guys what, but a new release. And it's so fun. Like, once we all kind of started looking at it like the tight knit that it is, like, it just feels like when SourceFed was SourceFed at its finest, or like, when I was going into any like Screen Junkies, when we had announced, I mean, minus the fucking controversy around it, but when we announced SJ Plus, like this feels like such a cool version of like these people who we're all coming up together. I just really fucking dig it over there. And I really like everybody on the team, which doesn't happen all of the time. And I think that comes from Greg. Like he's becoming such a fucking great leader. And also he's a good guy. And he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, it is unbelievable to me. For those of you guys who don't know about Real Rejects, it's one of my several jobs, but it is a reactor channel, which I didn't know shit about before I started being over there. And they have 1.2 million subscribers. And I'm like, what is this? Like, how? Built by Greg from the ground up. It's so impressive to build a YouTube channel with 1.2 million fucking subscribers. Every video I do gets 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 views. It's like just crazy what they've been able to do. Really, really impressed by him. And all the time he teaches me things about YouTube too. Like he sends me tips on World Girl stuff and whatever. Just really, really cool. So anyway, love it over there. Uh, Speaking of World Girl stuff, how did you guys feel about our painting each other episode that we watched? What'd you think? What are you hoping to see in June? Okay. I wanted to go on my co-star. See, I'm all over Matt, but I'm all on June stuff. And I also want to talk to you guys a little about some of my June plans. But I want to go over on co-star and Sam says screen is not the same anymore. I don't mean this in any kind of rude way at all. I really don't. Is Screen Junkies a thing still? Like, do they do live shows? I don't even know. And who's over there? Is Fife still there? Like, I don't even know who the fuck's over there. And then I also want to tell you guys about the Friday night show, which was so great. Okay, let's see what's happening in June for me. This says, avoiding your ex's social media is always a good idea. Do love bites, violets, short replies. Don't list of exes dwelling old love letters. I don't know what that means. What's love bites, violets, short replies? This is why I don't fucks with this stuff. Somebody tell me, what on the planet, what the fuck does this list mean? What does any of this mean? Love bites, violets, short replies, list of exes, dwelling old love letters. I understand don't dwell and don't like look at old love letters. What does don't list of exes? Like don't just start listing them out? What does do love bites? Like nibble on people? What does do violets? What does it all mean, Basil? What does it all mean? Okay, this says that me and Steph right now, you and Steph as neighbors. You play loud gospel music on Sunday mornings. Steph neglects to water your plants. You're blamed when Steph's bathtub overflows. I don't get this app. I don't get this motherfucking app. What is this app? What do any of those mean? That was today at a glance. So that was me and Steph at a glance. I don't get it. You. All right, we're going to me today. Okay. Avoiding your ex's social media is always a good idea. Today, you are feeling jealous. What a weird thing to write. I can't remember the last time I felt jealous. It's just not really a thing that I feel often. But okay, let's keep going. Instead of being a one-person show, try expressing your needs. Apologizing excessively only reveals your dependence on romantic validation. What? Make it make sense. How could I be dependent on romantic validation when I've never had it? And also, y'all know how long I've been alone for. Your work this month is to understand the difference between overanalyzing your love life and letting it breathe. What love life? When you play it safe, you undermine yourself. Don't settle. Never have, never will. The broader focus of your life during this time is to exercise patience about your own feelings towards your work. That part resonates with me. I have like no fucking patience, and you guys know I want to be such a bigger star than I am at this point. Just like need to be seen, must be seen, need my art to be seen. Okay, the direction your power takes depends on your ability to recognize and control it. Your relationship analysis. I don't know. That part you need to pay for. I don't know. Like, does this make sense for all of you guys? Like, I don't understand having an app that you open, and the first line of the app is, "Today you're feeling jealous." Uh, no? And also, would that have been helpful if I was? Says I'll find my power in routine and self. And I have trouble with thinking, creativity, spirituality, social life, and sex and love. Aren't those all the things? Trouble with thinking, trouble with creativity, trouble with spirituality, trouble with social life, trouble with sex, trouble with love. What's left? I guess family. Okay, I'm good at family. Y'all know. Y'all know I'm good at family. But what? What the fuck's this shit? All right, June. It's gonna be a fucking weird one, according to CoStar, this app that apparently knows me, and yet thinks that today I am jealous of who or what. Make it make sense. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStar. What's your co-star say today? Let me know. Okay. So Friday was so great. I went to the Comedy Store to see Christian Harloff's Goodbye show. It was an 80-person, like, small, the belly room at the Comedy Store. Eliza Schlesinger played. I'm obsessed with her. She's so fucking funny. Rick Ingram, who I didn't know, like, brought the house down. It was so cool to see them. Plus, like, our homies. Mark Ellis always crushes, obviously. Christian was amazing. Winston was fucking awesome. It was just so, so fun. I don't know where Brett was. I don't know where Kate was. Afterwards, I saw Josh McCouga, who I think had came here for the goodbye party, which is so cool. I hadn't seen him in so long. I went with Sarah Stretton because she used to do schmo stuff back in the day, which was great. Steph was there with her hubby. Dorina came with Frank. Coy was there with his girlfriend. Who else? Greg Alba came with his wife. Um, who else was there? A lot of people. A lot of people. Oh, Kaiser, um, Alex, just so many of the, like, OG Motley crew, which was really cool. Just so fucking great. Great to see everybody. Everybody did a great job. We all had drinks on the patio afterwards. Uh, mm, just was lovely. I'm so sad Christian's leaving. My manager actually called me about it today. He's like, I just saw Christian's post. I know that's a good buddy of yours. How are you feeling? Which I thought was so sweet of my manager. I'm so fucking bummed. I'm happy for him. Of course, this is what he thinks is best for him and his family. And you have to do what's best for you and your family. But it is just wild. I've been in the same room with him for the last 10 years, every week, always. Like, so it's just weird. Uh-oh. I feel a coughing fit coming on. Janine was there. Got to spend a good amount of time with her, and I hadn't seen her in a while, so I was so happy about seeing Janine. RB3 was there. Like, just so many people that was like blast from the past, and it was great to see. I was really, really happy. And that was Friday. Yeah. I asked Christian, texted him today, I'm like, how are you feeling about it? And he was like, I think it went great. And he's absolutely right. It was great. Mike Joyce in the Streamlab says, Greg texting you about reacting to a new release. The first Omen was just added to Hulu. Hopefully the She-Jacks can react to it. That's a great horror movie with some fucked up moments. Interesting. I saw a few people tweeting at me about that. Can neither confirm nor deny. But I can confirm that is not what he texted me. Yeah. If you guys have questions about the Christian event, let me know. Put them in the chat. People got nice and lit, which was great. Comedy Store has 2 drink minimum, so I have myself 2 Jamesons on the rocks, which was an awesome choice. I absolutely nailed it. And yeah, Streamlabs in, Super Chat in. Let me think. On Saturday, I spent the night with my friend Ash and a newer friend of mine, Lyndon, and it was really nice. Just like, that was a tequila night. Look at your girl go. 2 weekend nights. in a row, and I was out. And I needed it because I'm so jealous of who I don't know, but I'm very jealous. So of I can't even think of who I'd be jealous of. Jealous, don't wanna be jealous. That's a song by a girl named Rosie Cream, who was in my sorority before we both were out of it. And she is an absolute pop star. She signed to Adam Levine's label, and that's a great song of hers. Anyway, again, I'm all on the map. So the closer we get to the date, the more I'm really thinking about doing my 33 streams until 33. Uh, that would mean that I would start on June 10th with 1991 and work my way all the way up to July 13th, my birthday for 2024 and 33. And each stream, I think I would look at those years and do like the thing that I remember most about that year from my life, the biggest movie or show of that year or pop culture phenomenon or whatever, and then talk a little bit just like normal show, but start off the shows with that and do one a day. It's hard to commit to because what the fuck's in my throat? um, but I think I want to do it. Would you guys like to do that or no? No, guys, my friend Ashley, not Ash, a new guy, Ashley, um, from because those of you guys who used to watch the Tomorrow Show. I'm sweating now. You know when you start coughing and you're sweating? Maybe it's because of how jealous I am of people who don't sweat or cough. I don't know. Okay. What else is going on in June? So that I'm possibly thinking about doing in June. Of course, World Girls always, Real Rejects. Christian will be leaving, but we'll be doing in-person shows and then digital shows. Only Stupid Answers with DJ. I think this week we're going live on Thursday for the patrons instead of Friday. And then what other things do I tape? I haven't done Rotten Tomatoes in a little bit. I gotta see what's going on over there. And then I've been auditioning a lot. Shout out to my amazing team over at OGM, my management company. They've been getting me in just a lot of tapes recently, which is great. And possible couple movies this year. I'll keep you guys posted when I can, but even if they're itty bitty little roles, fuck yeah, let's go. Wouldn't it be amazing? It would be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? So I shall tell you guys about that when I can. Still more work on my movies and stuff all through June. And June gloom. The weather's been absolute fucking shit here recently. So hoping for some sunshine soon, especially because it's easier to get Grammy out of the house when it's sunshiny. And when it's not sunshiny, she bitches and moans about it. Which I get because in your 96, you can bitch about anything you would like. Okay. Eric in the Streamlabs. Hi, Eric here again. LOL. Season 1 of Chucky is Fire Dos. June is my birth month. June 27th is Trace. Them 7 things you just mentioned sound like your buckets. Your family bucket is good. It's the future here now in Virginia. Buenas work in the AM. Jameson. Yum. Some of that is like with weird punctuation and stuff. It feels like it's like T9 word, but Eric, hell yeah. Jameson is yum. I love Jameson. Those are the things I can think of for June. Yeah. Bridgerton, Celtics, The Bear, Acolyte, Boys, Quiet Place, Inside Out 2, Bad Boys, me being jealous, my streams, Real Rejects, Big Thing, Only Stupid Answers, World Girls, Live at the Roxy, and those are things. If you guys have anything to add, otherwise I'm gonna go make myself some dinner. probably ramen because your girl's trying to save money. And I've been just doing top ramen so often, which is so fucking bad for you. But maybe I'll make a pasta dish. It's a little better for you. But I wish I had some protein, but I don't have any in the house. Maybe I'll do a scoop of peanut butter. And then I think I'm going to do the bike tonight. And those are my things. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching after the fact, Streamlabs in, Super Chat in. And if you are, and I'll read it next time. I sent Streamlabs after last stream. No, that was the stream before Ash, and I read it last stream. Yeah, that's what happened. And I already read that one about Diddy. If you wanted to Streamlabs in today, I would read it today. I read your one from last 2 times ago, last time. So stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those flumes. Don't drum at the Holocaust. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself. Listen, it's Pride. Get out there and celebrate. If you identify as queer, if you are part of the LGBTQIA plus umbrella, this is not just your month, but your year, your life. Live it the way that you want to. Haters are fucking dumb. Just remember that. Don't let them get under your skin. What pieces of shit morons. Why would anybody ever care who you consensually have sex with? Or crush on or any of that. So to my queer brothers and sisters and siblings alike, I just fucking adore you. Don't ever dim your sparkle so somebody else's light is brighter. It makes no sense. Shine your light and it shines on everyone. We used to wear the shirt in high school that said gay, fine by me. And I just think that shirt is hysterical, but also the truest thing that anybody could say, fine by me. Like, who the fuck cares? Go on with your bad selves. And anybody who does not respect the LGBTQIA plus community is not a rock star. We know that. Okay, my loves. I see you soon. I will this week. I hope you have a great night and see you next time. Okay, later.